Now, boys, don't get into any trouble while Mommy and Daddy are gone.
Oh, damn.
And don't make a mess.
Don't make a mess. No, no, no. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are here. It is clear that we are on the Royal Rant today. And guess what today is? It is May 29th, 2014. It is a Thursday. It's a Thirsty Thursday. So let's get it cracking. Oh yeah, if you don't know what the track is, you better go back in time, motherfuckers, because you better go to the boys of the Beasties and the Beastie Boys. What? What? Get your B-boy stance on. No! Yeah. So you know what today's Royal Rant's about? You want to know what it's about today? Today's Royal Rant is about your rights. Your rights as an American citizen. Or as just being on this planet. What are your rights as living on this earth? You gotta fight for your right to party. Goddamn right. Now fight for your fucking rights. What was that, Beastie Boys? I fucking love you guys. No, alright. What we're about to do here right now, we're on the Royal Rant. You know what I mean? Most of y'all who've seen this mask or my other one, y'all know me as a bunch of different names. Kid Catastrophe, McGlovin, when I'm out in the scene, you know what I mean? A whole bunch of other things. So what today is about, alright, today I went for a walk with my gloves on, alright? I went for a walk and glove. I was walking and gloving, right? Y'all can even check my Facebook and see the status. I posted a status probably about 2-3 hours ago talking about I'm walking and gloving, right? So now, y'all want to know something interesting that happened? Alright? So since I'm enjoying myself walking and dancing and interpretive dancing with lights and fingers on my hands and things like that, someone used their right, to authority to call the police. Now, the funny thing about that is, right? The police roll up on me. I'm in my neighborhood, by the way. I'm walking in my own neighborhood, on the sidewalks, not bothering anybody, not jumping into traffic, not doing anything obscene other than dancing with the lights. And the cops stopped me, alright? I removed the mask, my headphones, all my stuff, my hood, and everything I was wearing. They came up to me and asked, "What are you doing?" Blah, blah. I said, "Look, I'm walking. I live in this neighborhood." I was like, "I'm not doing anything illegal." They said, "The only thing you're doing is wearing a mask. That's the only thing that's illegal." Right? So I said simply, "Look, I live right there. I can go put the mask in the house. No problem." I said, that's no problem, officer. Two officers both shook my hand and said, "All right, sir, you have yourself a good night," correct? All right, now, after I go and put the mask in the house, or actually, no, before I even go put the mask in the house, I'm walking down the street. I'm still dancing because the cops are still right behind me. They're literally right behind me. I don't put the mask on. I keep doing my thing. I'm still gloving. Because I'm McGlovin. So I'm finger rolling and I'm doing my little finger tuts and doing all my stuff. And some African guy comes up out of nowhere and was like, "You, sir, you," and grabs me, literally grabs me by the back of my shirt and grabs me and tries to tug me along with him. I stopped him and said, "Wait, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm not violating any laws. I just spoke to the police and they told me the only thing I had to do is take my mask off." Apparently, someone got scared, right? Someone was scared because I'm dancing. Someone got scared because I'm dancing with my mask on. I understand that. I took the mask off, right? So I'm still within my public rights, within my rights to expression. My freedom of expression goes physical. It is a physical expression of music. And that is all I'm doing is interpretive dancing. I'm no different than a person jogging down the street, listening to music, and maybe decides to stop and do a dance move. That's all I'm doing. The exact same shit as they are. Only difference, I got lights on my fingers and I had a mask on. So I took the mask off, I put it in my house, and I continued to walk. I continued to do the exact same thing, the exact same path and everything that I was doing. And guess what? The cops come back again because that African gentleman called the police. I said, "No problem." I stood right there. And I stood right there and waited for the police. Cops drove right past me as I'm still doing the same thing. Drove right past me. I'm not wearing the mask when he drove past. So he couldn't do shit. Literally, he even stopped me and said, "Look, son, I can't do anything to you because you took the mask off." He was like, "I wish more people were doing what you're doing right now and being happy instead of being mopey in the house." He said, "You're happy and you're outside and you're dancing." And he said, "That is a good thing. That is positive. That is great." He said, "We need more people like you doing that in the neighborhood. More people doing that." I said, "Thank you, sir. Thank you, officer." Because you know why? Because I was not violating any laws at all. So you know what? Anybody with a pair of gloves, anybody I know that has a pair of gloves, go outside at night and walk your neighborhood and dance. Dance your fucking ass off with your lights on because can't nobody stop you from expressing yourself. Because we live in a country where, yes, people reserve the right to call and phone into the authority, but we also live in a country where you reserve the right to express yourself physically, verbally, and mentally. So you can do that within your own limits. As long as you're not obstructing justice, you're not destroying private property, and you're not being a vandal of any kind, go out and dance. Do it. Do it. I welcome you to, because you know what? I'm living proof right now that they can't do shit. I even let them run my ID just for entertainment purposes because I have no warrants. I have nothing on my record. So fuck it. Go out and do what the fuck you want to do, people. Because guess what? We live in a place where you gotta fight for your fucking rights to party. And guess what? My people in the past, black people and things like that, have gone through boycotts and sit-ins and a whole bunch of other bullshit, assassinations and a whole bunch of other bullshit, just so I can get harassed by another black person, a pure African, by the way, a pure African harassed me in my neighborhood of where I walk and live, and my parents pay taxes and pay to live here and pay for parking spaces and all that. In my own neighborhood, I was stopped for dancing. But guess what? We live in America, so they can't do shit to me, people. So guess what? Fight for your fucking right to party. McGlovin, aka Kid Catastrophe, aka Royal G, aka George Gray. That is who I am, and that's what I'm continue to be, and that's what I'm gonna continue to do. So let's fight for our fucking rights to party, people. What? You gotta fight for your right to party. So they can't do shit to you. Don't walk around. Don't be no ignorant motherfucker. Walk around with shit that's illegal in your pockets. By the way, I didn't have shit on me, but my keys, a lighter, chapstick, and my ID. Remember that. And the gloves and my phone because I was listening to music. Don't go out and be stupid, all right? Don't try to purposely antagonize the police and do a whole bunch of other shit. That's not what I'm telling you to do. What I'm telling you to do is go out and express yourself, and don't be afraid to express yourself. Just because the mainstream people and the main audience of people have not seen these before and don't know what these are, doesn't mean that you have to be afraid to do what you want to do. Because guess what? For if anything, I was a fucking fashion statement walking down the street. If anything, I was even the cop said. He said, "I'm glad you're doing what you're doing." He said, "I'm glad you're happy." And that's what I was. I was fucking happy. Because you know what? Me dancing and expressing myself and getting my anger out and other things through dancing is the exact reason as to why these people shouldn't be fucking with me. Because you know what the African guy tried to come up to me and say? You want to know what his argument was? "Oh, you know, people are dying, people are being killed, blah, blah, blah." I said, look, that's everywhere in the world. Everywhere. And that has nothing to do with me because I'm not a criminal. That has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now walking through my neighborhood. I'm not in anyone's bushes. I'm not in anyone's backyard. I'm sticking to the sidewalks, and I didn't even go on the main road because I even asked the officer, I said, if I was on the main road, would this be like obstruction of traffic or distracting or anything? And he even said, no, I couldn't do anything to you if you were walking on the main sidewalk of the road. So I couldn't do anything to you. And you know what? I deduced that because what makes me any different than one of those sign flippers? Or someone who's advertising for you to come into their business off the side of the road. I'm doing nothing different. So I like I said, I beg you to walk out of your house and go glove it up. Glove in your city. Glove in your neighborhood. Glove outside of the clubs, man. Go and glove because can't nobody stop you from expressing yourself because we are giving rights. We are given rights. There are certain rights that should already be natural for just living on this planet and being born into this world. I should be able to dance. And you know what's the sad thing about it that I find ironic is that an African person, the people who originated interpretive dance and so many forms of rhythm and dancing and all that apparently got scared because I was walking around dancing. Think about it. Think of the irony of that situation. Think of that. Would his ancestors have stopped me? Probably not. So, do you. At the end of the day, we are all human beings. Don't cause any harm to any other human being. I would never tell anyone to do that. But go out and express yourself. As long as you yourself are expressing yourself and not hurting anyone else, go out and do it. I oblige it. I applaud it. I commend it. Everyone, we're all a part of this together. The Royal Rant brought to you by Humble Beginnings. We are still in full effect. We are still here. We still exist. We're all here together. So, you know what I mean? Get out there, get in the world, do what you got to do. Whether you make music, dance to it, or you're just a fucking glover, go out and glove it up. McGlovin over and out. Boom.